Michelle?
So I graduated from Brandeis University through, oh my God, 3.5 years ago now. I know. And I moved straight to DC and worked for a political consulting firm. And then I'm from Philadelphia originally, so after that 4.5 years away, I decided it was time to come back to Philadelphia. I do love the city. And I worked for another political consulting firm here, both doing national races, and worked the 2010 election cycle. After that, I decided it was time to do something more along the lines of this. I loved being in politics. I loved how fast-paced it was. I loved a lot of things about it. But it was time for a break from that, and time to do something that was a little bit more my personal passion. So community and economic development was right up my alley. And so I ended up here, and I love it also. I've only been here about 9.5 months, so not very long at all, but it's been really wonderful, and I do love the people also, and I'm, only 9.5 months in, incredibly attached to the area and attached to the organization. So it's been really wonderful.
And also, probably I want to add to that because, when we looked at it was a team that hired Michelle. There were 4 of us, and we looked at close to 40 resumes, or what we received, and originally, and I may never have even said this to Michelle, but originally when I looked at her resume, I was a little nervous, I'd say, about the political consulting. And because I like to, you got to be careful with those kind of things when you're a nonprofit. But I'll tell you this, Michelle, when we interviewed, I'm thinking like 12 to 15 interviews, and then called like maybe 6 people back for a second interview. When we did the interviews, the first interviews, Michelle is the only person that walked into this room right here and had something positive to say about Frankford. Everyone else came in and pointed out, well, you have crime, and this is, the obvious things that we know. But Michelle came in and she said, you know what, you could do this. Or, this is a great idea. And she actually had new ideas versus coming in and saying, oh, you got crime and safety issues and you got to deal with those. That's why she's here now.
Well, I have friends who moved from sort of the hipper areas to the lower northeast because they're getting priced out, and there's just such an opportunity with that. I think that's pretty much what I said, or the bulk of what I said in that first interview. That there's this huge opportunity of people my age. I'm only 25. People my age who are going to start moving into these areas, and take advantage of it because I think